everyone, welcome back to Fearless Home Gardening, where we teach beginning home gardeners tips, tricks, and facts to fearlessly start their own home garden. My name is Amanda, and today I'm going to be going over with you all of the seeds that we're going to be growing together on the channel this year in my home garden. It is a cold, snowy January day here in New Jersey, so I figured this would be a great time to go through the seeds that I have right now, figure out what I still need to buy online, figure out what I'm going to purchase as starts in the spring, and just kind of take you guys along with me on that journey. Now, this is just going to be a quick review of the things that we're going to be growing together this year. I may go into a little bit more detail about some of the seeds that I have. If I didn't go into more detail about some of my favorite plants, what kind of gardener would I be? That would be like a foodie going out to dinner and not commenting at all on the food that they're eating. Going through these seeds, I have to go into a little bit of detail. As I go through each of these seeds and each of these plants, I will try to keep it as brief as possible. But if you would rather skip ahead to the next seed and not listening to my ramblings and my stories, everything will be timestamped down below, so you can just go ahead and click ahead to the next seed. Okay, so I've decided to do something a little different in this video. I'm turning it into a two-part series. So part one of this two-part series is going to be about the vegetables that we're going to grow this year. Part two is going to be about the herbs and the flowers. And to add a little bit of excitement to the mix, I'm doing a contest this week. Stay tuned to the end of the video for complete details about what you can win. One thing you may notice about my seeds and the things that I grow in the garden is I like variety. I like as many different colors and as many different varieties of your basic plants that you can find as possible. I don't just grow red tomatoes and orange carrots. I grow black tomatoes, white tomatoes, yellow tomatoes. I grow rainbow carrots. I grow purple cauliflower. One of the benefits of growing a variety of colors is just how aesthetically pleasing it is to see in the garden. Plus, it also makes for really great photographs. Okay, grab your cup of coffee, grab yourself your glass of water, your cup of tea, get comfy. Let's see what we're gonna grow this year. Let's start with tomatoes. We have the black from Tula tomato, the great white tomato, the giant Belgium tomato, champagne bubbles, Roma, Amish paste tomatoes, Better Boy, and Chadwick cherry tomatoes. Oh boy. Okay, yes, I grow a lot of tomatoes. I really like tomatoes though. I love tomato sandwiches in the summertime. I love growing them. I've had a lot of success growing them. I've had over the last 4 years, my tomato sandwiches have grown to be over 7 feet tall. Wait, what? Over the last 4 years, my tomato sandwiches have grown to be over 7 feet tall. Tomato plant. 7 foot tall tomato plant, not a 7 foot tall tomato sandwich. I think I'm hungry. I'm growing the Amish paste tomato and the Roma tomatoes to make sun-dried tomatoes and sauces this year. The black tomatoes and the white tomatoes are really low in acidity. Those are really good tomatoes to try for that. The champagne bubble tomatoes, I'm super excited to grow. They produce hundreds, literally hundreds of tiny little yellow tomatoes that look like champagne bubbles. So we're gonna move on to radishes. Truth be told, I don't much care for radishes. So to make up for the fact that I'm growing them even though I don't like them, I picked out some really cool varieties of radishes. So let's go over those right now. Watermelon radishes, I'm kind of excited about. They're really cool. They're white on the outside and they have like this pinkish purple inside. The white icicle radishes, they grow to be about 2 to 3 inches each. They're not your regular round bulb radishes. They kind of look like carrots. The German giant radish that I have, they are often confused for beets because they get to be so big. So this should be interesting. Purple plum radish. This looks just really cool. Again, I like the different varieties. I like the different colors, that kind of thing. So I'm really hoping a lot of these will be nice for photographs. And then last but not least, I have daikon radishes. Now, these I'm not actually growing to eat. The daikon radishes I'm using as a ground cover. And basically what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna broadcast these seeds in the spring, and they grow to be about 3 to 4 inches long, and they help to break up the soil, and they help to kind of till it up and loosen it up a little bit. And they actually add nitrogen to the soil. They're great nitrogen fixers. So this I'm gonna use as a ground cover early in the spring. just to help move things along and kind of prepare the beds for the rest of the vegetables. Next up on the list, cucumbers. Now, the Armenian yard long cucumber I have never grown before. It basically just produces these really long cucumbers. It's basically just a big, giant cucumber. Why do I feel so obscene every time I talk about these? In the market more cucumbers I'm growing for pickles. Roger's mom got me a salad starting mix for Christmas. Love her, thanks Mom. And these were the cucumber seeds that were in that package. So I'm gonna grow these this year for pickles. Ironically enough, the pickle recipe that I have came from Roger's mom, who got the recipe from her mom. So they're Roger's grandmother's pickles. We use the onions from the garden, the garlic from the garden, the dill from the garden, all goes into making these pickles. They're just absolutely delicious. And I'll do a video on how to make those pickles as well too later on in the summer. Moving right along, carrots. This year I'm growing rainbow carrots and scarlet nantes. Now the rainbow carrots I've grown before. If you haven't seen my carrot growing video, check that out. 10 tips that you need to know about carrots before you sow your seeds. And then I'm also growing the scarlet nantes. I think that's how you say it. But this is another one of the seed packets that came with the garden kit. It came with the salad growing kit that Roger's mom gave me. So I'm gonna be growing those as well. I've never grown these before, so we will learn about these together. Okay, peppers. This year I am growing the big red pepper, and literally that's just what it's called, big red. That's the name of it. And I'm also growing the Alma paprika peppers. These I've never grown before. I'm excited to try these. These are the peppers that they use for paprika. So basically I'm gonna grow these, dry them, ground them into paprika powder, and that's what we're gonna make with those. Onions, this year I have the white sweet Spanish onion that I'm growing. It's a long day onion. I grew them last year. I had a lot of success with them. We're gonna grow these again this year. I'm also going to look into purchasing another variety of onion, another long day onion, but either a yellow onion or a red onion. So those are seeds that I still have to purchase yet. Okay, these next couple seeds I'm just gonna try to bang out really quickly. Celery. I have grown celery before. I have a lot of luck with it, so we're gonna grow that again this year. Brussels sprouts take a really, really, really long time to grow. We grow them in the spring. You don't harvest them until after the first frost. I tried these last year. All of the heads blew open. I didn't have a whole lot of success, so I'm gonna try these again this year. Fingers crossed, we're gonna get this done. Cabbage. Red acre cabbage I'm growing this year. I love growing cabbage. I've had a lot of success with it in the past. I love how it tastes. I love how it looks, how it grows, how it smells. It's just an absolutely incredible vegetable. It does take a long time to grow. You only get one harvest out of each plant, so it is very time consuming. Maybe not something you want to start as a beginning home gardener. We'll learn how to plant it this year. Broccoli. Broccoli I tried growing this year. I tried to put it into the fall garden. I ran out of time. I put my garden in way too late for the fall garden. They got to be about, I don't know, 6 inches tall, a little bit taller than that, some of them. Now they're still growing out there, but it's way, way too cold for them to actually be doing any growing right now. And it's actually way too cold for me to even go out there and bother with them right now. I don't deal with the cold. It's cold. This is not fun. I am a huge sissy when it comes to the cold. So basically, they're just sitting out there right now. In the spring, I'll clear them out. They'll be fine. We'll start over again. This is something we have to start early in the spring because they are a cold weather crop. You don't want to have them growing in the middle of the summer because they will bolt. We'll get into more of that later though. Peas. This year I'm growing Lincoln peas and sugar snap peas. Sugar snap peas I'm also going to be growing as a ground cover to help add more nitrogen into the soil. They are a nitrogen fixer like the daikon radishes, but I'm also going to be growing them to enjoy. The Lincoln peas are really good. They're like a big, fat, juicy pea. They're really good. This is something that we need to start early in the spring. Peas do not like the heat. So we're going to start these indoors, and we're also going to start some direct sowing. Last year I had a lot of problems direct sowing them because the squirrels and the chipmunks ate every single pea seed that I put in the ground. I have a plan for that this year. Pretty sure it's going to work. I'll go more into that plan around the squirrels and the chipmunks when the time comes, but one of the plans is to start them indoors early ahead of time so that they're not just digging the little peas out of the ground. I love growing peanuts. They're just so much fun to grow. They are really, really adorable when they start to grow because they just have these leaves that start to pop out of the ground and they look like they're reaching for the sun. They just look so cute. Like, yes, I know, I'm weird. I think little plants are cute, but they really are cute. Look, tell me that is not a cute little plant, right? Look at him, he's like reaching for the stars. Hello. Okay, anyway. We'll go through a whole peanut growing guide later, and hopefully we'll have a harvest this year, more than just a handful, because we will try to keep the squirrels out again. Gotta try. Okay, another new one to the garden this year is the Atlantic Giant Pumpkin. Dude, I'm so excited for this. These grow to be 500 to 1,000 pounds. They're huge. I'm gonna grow these along the fence line. There are 15 seeds in this packet. That's 15 plants, 15 pumpkins. It typically only grows 1 pumpkin per vine from what I understand, but it's 1 massive pumpkin. So even if I just get 1 this year, I will be happy. Again, the squirrels, the chipmunks, the deer, the groundhogs, everything else, I have to try to keep them off of these, but I'm so excited. I hope I get at least 1 of these this year. Next on the list is lettuce. We go through a lot of lettuce in this house. Sarah eats Caesar salads like they're going out of style. I eat a lot of salads. We use them as wraps. The nice thing about lettuce is it grows really quickly. I have 3 different types of lettuce that I'm growing this year. I'm growing the butterhead lettuce, romaine lettuce, and the mixed gourmet mix. The romaine lettuce we're growing for Sarah because of her Caesar salad addiction. So the romaine lettuce will work with that for Sarah Caesar salads. Say that 3 times fast.
Sour Caesar salad, sour Caesar salad, sour Caesar salads.
Try that again.
Sour Caesar salad, sour Caesar salad, sour Caesar salads.
Not bad. And we're also going to be growing the butterhead lettuce. The butterhead lettuce is one of my personal favorites. It's got like a really soft, crunchy leaf. It's got kind of a buttery flavor. It's a heading lettuce. It's really great, so I'm super excited about that as well. Whew, okay, that was a lot of seeds. That's a lot of plants. And believe it or not, I'm actually going to grow all of these plants in my home garden. I don't have a farm. I don't have a homestead. I just have a small home garden. It's not really a small home garden. It's just under 500 square feet. I have 2 gardens. We have the first garden that we started a few years ago. That is 304 square feet. In the second garden that we just started this year, it's 190 square feet. And that is where I'm going to be growing a lot of the plants that take a really long time to grow. So broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, those sort of plants, a lot of the brassicas, they're gonna go in that second garden. And in the first garden is where I'm growing a lot of the tomatoes and cucumbers and that kind of thing. So let this just be proof to you that you don't need a giant space to have a garden, to grow vegetables, to have a place that you like to go and enjoy and be around nature and nurture things that are going to bring nourishment and health to you and your family. So about that contest, I have a huge announcement to make, and I'm going to make that announcement at the end of the next video. So at the end of next week's video, after I talk about what herbs and what flowers I'm going to be growing this year with you, I'm going to make a huge announcement. Now, just to be clear, I'm not pregnant. I'm not getting married. I'm not getting divorced. I'm not getting anything like that. We're not moving, nothing like that. I will give you a hint and let you know that it has to do with gardening and about following your dreams. The first person to comment down below correctly will win a $25 Amazon gift card from me and Roger to help you get your garden started this year. Okay, so to be clear, I will announce the winner, and I will also make this big announcement that I have to make at the end of next week's video on January 15th, 2021. Good luck, everyone. So that's it. Thanks for joining me today. Thanks for taking some time out of your day to see what we're going to be growing together in this new year. Let me know in the comments below what you're most excited about growing and what you're most excited about learning to grow this year. Thanks for joining me today. Remember, be kind to yourselves, be kind to each other, be fearless in life, and be fearless in your garden. Have a great day, guys. Bye.